are better known.
Hold on. No.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry. I didn't even hear you come in. I was just watching a bit of TV. You know, lately I've been thinking a lot about death. Not really in a literal sense, but more metaphorically speaking. Death in a literal sense is obvious. Cradle, then slave, then lie in a grave. But to lose something that isn't tangible, that's a completely different feeling. For example, the other night I was walking home and I stumbled across something pretty weird. I walked past it at first, but I decided I should probably turn around and check it out. It was a bag, just sitting there. So I took it home. I figured I could probably hand it to the police or something sometime soon. While I was walking home, I realized the bag was warm, almost comforting. It was strange. So I got home and, actually, no, wait, before we talk about that, I want to show you something pretty cool. Sorry, I thought I'd close this. I was making a PowerPoint about how I'm feeling at the moment. I went to a wedding recently and I got a lot of really great footage. And I did my best to condense it, and I think it's pretty good stuff. And you're my friend, so you'll want to watch it. Right. Okay, sweet. Check it out. And it's all in like Quake vision. It's picking up all the highlights in the room as blue.
I wonder why that's going on.
I don't even know why it does it. Oh, that fucking single beam of light, dog. Can you give us like a quick yell?
I met him in high school. Back then, he was a bit of a quiet kid, a bit of a nerdy kid.
Can I hop on?
Yeah, no, get on with him. That's beautiful. It's filming, not a photo, but that's all right.
Throw rocks at it.
Yeah, do that. It's a good thing it wasn't the camera, I guess. Tell me about how your experience in here has been so far.
I like the funny birds.
I love the little funny birds. And it's very hot.
As a third-party spectator to their developing love, it's extremely clear that these two represent a perfect pairing because each of them complements the other so well.
During the last almost 6 years, we have gone through hell.
That is a belief I've held very strongly for years. I saw you struggling, I saw you hurting. Who wouldn't want that? Shannon, I don't love you now. I promise you now have decades of terrible things to look forward to. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not seated, please be seated. Okay, someone just ran out of the room. Opposite of what I asked. Who was it? Aaron. Which one? Evans. Why would he disrupt anything? God, I hope nothing special's on today. Oh, he went to the toilet. Round of applause for the toilet. So we're going to wait for Aaron to pee. Hopefully pee. If he's doing anything else, ooh. That's a bit gross.
Let's just sing happy birthday to Malcolm.
Okay.
I've just been informed by someone special that someone else special has a birthday today. Someone by the name of Malcolm. Would you believe it? On the day of Malcolm's birthday, there's also a wedding. Happy birthday sight on Michael right now, smiling harder than he was at the wedding. The actual one. Look at that smile. He's giving me the finger. All right. It's someone else's birthday. We got to do it real quick though. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
It's Malcolm's birthday.
Welcome back, Aaron. Just in time. The bride and groom, Michael and Shannon.
Really am glad it's Malcolm's birthday.
Why isn't Ben up there? We should get Ben up here. Yeah, baby! Cake, baby! Round of applause for feeling pressured. Movie. Everyone find that fun?
Yeah!
Put your hand down, idiot.
Stop being racist. Do you want to fucking fight? Cut.
I didn't save, did I? Oh, shit, sorry. I didn't expect you to be there. You know when you put a lot of effort into something and it just like doesn't work out? It makes you feel like you shouldn't have tried at all sometimes. Like, all of that for what? But I think it's easy to forget that the journey is sometimes more important than the destination. Because no matter what the outcome is, you always had that experience. That experience is going to follow you everywhere. Maybe what I'm trying to say is, oh, I completely forgot to finish the story about the bag. Okay, so I found this bag, I brought it home, and I decided I should put it upstairs on like a tarp or something in case it's a bit messy. Because like, I don't know what was in it. It was heavy, it was warm, it could have been anything. So I opened the bag and there was this light. I couldn't see anything in there. I just remember this light, and then I was in bed. And I don't remember going to bed. I knew something had to have happened, so I got up and ran immediately back upstairs, and there it was. It was me, just like curled up in a ball on the ground. So I tried to talk to it, talk to me, tried talking to myself. That doesn't matter. It wasn't showing any emotion or expressing, but I knew it was understanding what I was saying. So I left him, me there, and ever since he's just kind of been walking around. He doesn't eat, he doesn't sleep, he just exists. And I don't know what to... Oh, hey buddy. You okay? Do you want to go stare out like a window or something? It's probably a little more interesting. Okay, well, have fun. He seems nice enough, but I can barely look after myself half the time, let alone myself. Either way, he seems to rely on me, so I'm just gonna do what I can for him until... I don't know. Anyway, I should probably get some sleep, it's pretty late. But I mean, usually I put like YouTube videos on or something when I go to bed, so if you want, I could just leave them in front of you and then you can watch those until you get bored. Either way, I'm happy for you to just be there all night, I don't really mind. But I'm gonna try and get a little bit of sleep, so I'll see you soon.
Mangoes. Oh, someone's on the silly drinks. Just driving. Oh. 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 Who's filming?
Who's filming?
Me. Go to the right of the tits, mate. I can't see the tits.
There's a big peacock painted on the other end as well, guys.
Oh, hell yeah. Thank you so much. Holy fuck. God damn.
That's fucking sick, actually.
That's just really cool.
Follow the socials, you know. Fucking hot out today, isn't it? Transition. Oh, you're terrifying on the screen. Check out that guy.
That bloke doesn't look too clever, does he?
Looks like he's fucking silly a bit.
You know the Martian invasion in Terraria?
Yeah.
That's what's going on right here.
And then open it again.
What's going on, mate?
Jay. And off they are. No, Jay.
Who the fuck said you could film me? Get out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face. I didn't say you could film me. I didn't say you could film me.
What do you have to say about the election?
I do not give you permission.
What do you have to say about the election?
Fuck you.
Recording now, but we're off. Alright, mate, let's start. Do you want a chocky or do you want a gummy? Gummy. That is a cheeky. They used to be called Chico babies. People said it was racist.
We used to try chicken
Oh,
rolls.
man, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like the cheekies.
Why would they ever make this?
I love them.
Oh look, NT is here. Is that NT?
I don't know.
Is that...
So get that fucking camera out of my plate. Not consent to being filmed. I'll fucking call 911 right fuck.
One more time for me.
I love children.
Yeah, thanks.
They called Melbourne Batmania for like years.
What?
Yeah. That's real?
Guys, I have a quick question. Where did Poda go? All I'm seeing is my local speed dealer. Give me the cross-section, Poda. Yeah, that's pretty good. Amazing.
1 to 10, you know, what's your thoughts on that one? He's got nice. Cut that fucking koala open.
Yeah.
For anyone not aware, these Red Rippers used to be called Redskins.
Yeah! Woo!
I like it.
Some people would have
I
changed
can say
that
it.
years ago. We changed it less than 5 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
While we're waiting, what's your thoughts so far on Australian candy? Jesus.
Behind the times.
It's just fucking candy. It touches the plate, it will stick to the plate. Earlier, Poda put his knife on it and then lifted the knife and the plate lifted as well. Give me a cake, chocolate, or candy. Cake, go. There's a Lamington, it's got chocolate, it's got sponge cake, it's got jam. Go.
Damn, he's fucking in that shit.
Next one. One. Yeah. Wait, no, Sherbies. Okay, they got cane sugar.
They got your mom in it.
No, it doesn't have.
Haha! Round of applause for Callum's mum, everyone.
Jokes aren't funny when they're about me.
They're not about you, they're about your mom.
I don't think there's much
Black
room
Panther.
for
Oh,
this.
Black Power.
Black Panther.
I'm fucking glad to be here. Finally, long flight, everybody. First time in Australia. Did you know there's no dentist in Norway?
Round of applause for Australian foods and Callum's mum.
I say a big thank you, sponsor my mum.
Yeah, Callum's
Jackson. Are you hungry, mate? Open wide. I gotta hold it.
So good to see you. So good. Wow, the house is a fucking mess. I was not. I didn't think we were still gonna be hanging around. But that's not the point. Why are you here? Sorry. That's really aggressive. I don't want to like present, like I'm not trying to be like angry. Well, I'm not angry at you. I'm not angry at anything. Like I'm good. I've been thinking a heap about fucking a lot of things. I've been thinking, I don't stop thinking. That's the problem. Is because there's so much to fucking think about all the time. I've got this to do and that to do, and it seems as if every time I go to do something, right? Because like every time I go to do something, there's something else that just decides to show up in my fucking house and follow me around. Which that's like a super specific example, like, cause that's not a problem. Like I'm cool with that. That guy's fine upstairs. He's fine. But ultimately, it just feels like I can't get ahead. I can't get anywhere. You know, it's like there's just something following me around, and it's like stuck. It's on my fucking back. You know, I'm fucking like I do the right thing. No, fuck that. I'm ranting. I don't need to talk anymore about it. I don't need to talk about anything. Crazy night, right? Oh man, crazy night. I'd love you to be here tonight. And I have no issue with you being around usually, and I like having you around, but I'm busy, and I'm sorry, because like, you know, I've always said that you're cool to be here forever and whenever, but like tonight, I'm just busy. I need you to not be here tonight, if that's okay. I just would prefer you don't see me like that. No, I would prefer you to not be here tonight. No, ultimately it's just better if you go home actually. So if you could, that'd be really nice. I'm so sorry, but I've got stuff I need to do, and I can't do it. I can't do it with you here. So I'm sorry. I need you to head out. If that's okay with me, you.
There's no such thing. When you die with the thoughts that you have in your head. You have the thoughts, then you go off into the infinite. Your soul, you're one with everything. Whatever is necessary to do, you do it. When somebody needs to be killed, there's no wrong. You do it. Because when you don't care, you can do anything.
I totally forgot I asked you to come over. I'm so sorry. It's been such a crazy week. Yeah, last night I sent you home just because like I had so much to do. I had a lot of cleaning to do. You know, you get it. It's a busy time of year. I just wanted to briefly touch on something I was talking about the other night. Death, loss, etc. You know, all that fun stuff. I think the question shouldn't be what do you do and how do you deal with it. I think the question should be how long are you willing to let it hurt you. I'm not perfect. It'll take me a while to get over something that hurts or something that sucks, but that's just me. You could be different. Anyone could be different. We're all completely different when it comes to emotions and how we feel them. So the question no longer should be how long does it take or why does it happen? It should be a matter of it just happens. Emotions are complex, and if we bottle them and we let them stew in our brains for the rest of our lives, they're just gonna find an unhealthy way to get out. I feel like there's definitely some things out there that I can be doing rather than sitting and thinking about how I feel at all times. I've got so many things I like to do that it seems redundant to ignore them when I need them most. Anyway, I'm talking out my ass. I always talk out of my ass. I guess overall, I also wanted to say I appreciate you being here. It's nice to have company. It's nice to have someone to talk to about the various things I make and put my time into. Sometimes I feel like when I make things and I show them to people,
they don't interact with it because they don't like it. So I think, well, I'll just make something I want to fucking make, you know? Like, why wouldn't I? But I realized over time that I already was doing that. I was making things I wanted to make. People just are people. Sometimes they'll do things, sometimes they won't. I can't rely on that forever, and I can't expect that of everyone. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I do have one thing actually I want to show you. I know I've shown you a lot this week, but this one's really cool. I've been working on it for a little bit. It's just upstairs.